There we go. Alright, so now it seems to be back, so I'm going to have to copy all of the stuff again. Let's see here. There we go. Hi, Brittany. Hi, Rolling in Yarn. Technology's a wonderful thing, isn't it? I was all excited to use my webcam, and my internet just gave me the finger and said no. Let me see if I can hook up my good microphone from here. Because my microphone that's built into my laptop is garbage. Hi, Latanya. Bear with me here while I attempt to remedy technology kerfuffles. Let's see. OBS audio. Right. Nice to see you too. I'm trying to get all this nonsense figured out here. That. And then get rid of that one. Alright. Let me lower that down a bit here. There we go. How's that? Is the sound a little bit better? Okay, good. Yeah, the built-in microphone in my laptop is junk. But I have a Blue Yeti microphone that's attached to my desk. It's just over there, so I guess I'll have to project. Maybe just turn it up a little bit. That's awesome, Sharon. Alright. So, like I was saying when I started before, there shouldn't be two microphones on anymore. It should just be using the one right there. If I do that, yeah, I have the volume on my laptop turned completely down. Let's see. How about now? This is what happens when you're not a professional, folks. I only play a professional on television. Alright, can anybody hear me? Or can you now not hear me? I really do not like YouTube's new live interface. I has a displeased. Okay. Good. So, like I was saying initially when I started the other stream, I am sorting out this mess that's behind me. It is, since I started using my knitting machine, I am burning through yarn like nobody's business, and my goal for this year is to get all of my yarn that's all in extra bins and whatnot, all fitting on this shelf. Wondering why there's an echo, though. Like, that's the part that's bothering me. I wonder if I turn that down, maybe that'll fix it. Who knows? I don't know what's going on anymore. It's fine. So, just sorting stuff. I had 2 clinic appointments today for massage at my school, and my afternoon appointment canceled. So now I'm just going through stuff here, trying to figure out what I can do with everything. So let me know what everybody else is working on. I see that Sharon is working on a 12-pointed star, which is pretty cool. You're taking up all my organizing space, kitty cat. All of it. Corner to corner blankets are cool. I haven't made one in a really long time. I think the last one I made was actually a baby blanket for somebody. That's cool, Holly. Is that a knitted sweater or a crocheted sweater? Knowing you, it's probably knitted. I have yet to have the energy to knit a sweater. Should probably get this stuff sorted. That's so cool, Brittany. I've never really done teacher gifts like that. Goodness. My phone needs my attention, apparently. There we go. Gotcha. I know that you really liked her yarn and her patterns, so I am not surprised. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all my glitter yarns, put those up there, see what I have left for space, and possibly put the variegated yarns up there too. Well, yeah, you have a reason to be making baby blankets now, Holly. I will never have that type of a reason to be making baby blankets again. There's no more babies for me. You ever just realize how much stuff you have and get totally overwhelmed by all of it? Just kind of want to throw it all away, and I don't even want to say start over, but you just kind of want to throw it all away. I'm at that point right now. Glitter yarns. So much glitter. Like the worst goth ever, you guys. Seriously. Worst goth ever. Hi, Nancy. Amigurumi is really fun. It's honestly one of my favorite things to work on. Exactly. Why did I buy so much of this stuff? I feel that in my soul. And for the sake of anybody who comes and watches the replay of this later and wants to give me hell about the way I sort my yarn, it is my yarn. I will sort it the way that works best for me, and that is what I'm going to do. I had somebody that came and commented on one of my craft room organizing videos from several years ago the other day. They were just like, no, you should organize your yarn by color and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, cool story, bro. You want to do your stuff that way? I organize my yarn by type, weight, and then by color. Because not every worsted weight yarn is actually the same thickness. It just isn't. It's kind of like trying to buy women's jeans. It'll say it's a certain size. They are not created equal. The end. Ooh, I didn't know I had any of that left. See, this is why you have to sort things when you've got so much junk. Exactly, Nancy. I have that problem too. I have that problem too. I have a whole other skein of this Hirschner's yarn, the Halloween glitter one that I love so much. I thought it was gone. I have more. Stay. Hi, kitty cat. Yeah, it's been a while since I sorted this stuff, so it's, yeah. That's why I like to do inventories. I like to keep track of things. That's the best way to keep from buying 90 pounds of stuff that you already have. organize it. I have a lot more glitter yarn than I realized from putting it all there too. Alright, and I actually have some in here. So, yay, glitter. That's the thing though, Holly, like, if your organization system works for you and you're not running a shop, it doesn't matter if it wouldn't work for somebody else. It works for you. It's your stuff, you know? Like for instance, this value pack acrylic yarn that I got from Michaels, it's like 1,000 yards. They were on sale for like $3. This says it's worsted weight yarn. This might be a DK weight, and that's pushing it to say that. That's giving it a lot of credit. Which I got in red, white, and black, of course, because why not? And I still have some Red Heart sachet, which is atrocious to work with, and I hate it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Red Heart Shimmer, which says it is a worsted weight yarn. That is not a worsted weight yarn. That is a worsted weight yarn. These two are not the same. Just like trying to buy women's jeans. I wonder if this will work on my knitting machine or not. Still have a few balls of Kirshner's Holiday Sequins yarn. Got 2 greens, a red, white, green, and an all red. I'm just wondering if the sequins would catch or not. Yeah, that problem I could understand, Bear. That makes sense to me. Where did I just put that other one? There it is. Then we have one. So if anybody starts seeing smoke come out of my ears, it's because the gears are turning too hard. That's so weird. I hate it when that happens. I know that YouTube has been having a lot of issues lately with people getting randomly, like, unsubscribed from things. I know I've had that issue, so I was like, wow. I wonder what so-and-so's been up to. I haven't seen a video from them in a while. And I'll go look, and not only am I unsubscribed, but they've still been posting consistently, and I'm just not getting told. Apparently YouTube decided that I didn't like them enough. Or whatever. I have a ton of this reflective yarn. I wonder if that'll work in my knitting machine, because this was a pain to crochet with. It's awesome for visibility, but not my favorite to work with, which sucks, because the actual yarn part is great, but that reflective thread in it just splits and separates and comes apart from it. Not fun. Alright, I guess put these ones up there. Kind of steady. Yeah, I love how you'll tell YouTube, oh hey, I want to know if this person posts a video, and they're like, but what if you don't though? I mean, are you really sure? Because what if you didn't? And this is only lemonade, by the way, in case anybody's wondering why I have this giant stein. I promise there's no alcohol in it. I'm not a fan of the booze. It is not my thing. All right. That one. Those. Because obviously the AI is smarter than we are, right? The robot knows. We're too dumb to know what we like. Get these off here. Get them all in order. I have had these for 1,001 years. I have no clue what the hell I'm ever going to do with them. Maybe I'll have to see how this Karen Jumbo knits up on the knitting machine. You could always use it to make for stuff to sell, because I am not a pink person. Not in the slightest. And I don't know anybody having girl babies, so I can't even use that as an excuse for still having it. Alright. Wow, I really have used up a lot of my variated yarn. That is nuts. Alright. Platoon, which will probably look really nice knitted. It does look nice crocheted, but it'll probably look better knitted. I think the world might be ending, you guys. And yes, I am old. That makes you older than old. So, I think hell is officially frozen over, you guys. This little spot right here, that's all I have for variegated red heart yarn, aside from my black light, last chunk of it, and the two partials that I have that I've been using on my knitting machine, which are striped ones. That's crazy. And this is why getting organized is good. There's nothing wrong with being around for a while. It just means you've got more wisdom than the average bear, that's all. Oh, and this, which is a tiny little bit of dove that's left. That's it for my red heart variegated. I am baffled. That is not normal for me. Alright, let's see, what next? So then I've got Everyday Plaid Tartan, which is from Premier. These were on clearance at Joann's a million years ago, and it's gorgeous. I don't think you'll really be able to see the colors with my crappy light, but it's red and white and black and green, and it's a planned color pooling yarn. So this will probably be amazing on the knitting machine. All right, thanks for stopping in, Nancy. Have a good night. Hi, kitty. Are you a helpful kitty? The best, most helpful kitty? Leftover DK yarn. Not much of it though. Alright, otherwise, let's see what we can do here. What are you doing, Atticus? What are you doing? What? You don't need to go attack your sister. You're gonna go attack your sister, though, aren't you? You're such a jerk. Cats. And I will say, hi, Cindy! For anybody that is interested in a knitting machine, people will say to you, oh, well, there's only certain yarns that work with a knitting machine, especially a Centro, because the Centro isn't as fancy as an Addy. I got a Centro. Let me tell you what. Every yarn requires slightly different settings on your knitting machine. No, it's not you. No, your brain is not broken. No, you are not an inept person. I watched a stream the other day, and by the other day I mean like 2 weeks ago, because my sense of time is off right now, as I'm sure everybody's is. And on it, there was a lady who had been using her knitting machine for quite some time. She has an Addy, and she was talking to her friend who has a Centro, who was trying to figure out how to use her Centro, because she'd never really had luck with it before. And long story short, most people have come to the conclusion that knitting machines are sentient beings and only like certain types of yarn. You don't need to eat that. There. Now there's no end hanging out. Shoo. I love you. Go away. God, get out. Hi, Sonia. The boys and I are doing okay, Cindy. It's... Life is life right now. Everything is on the upswing, but we're still not completely through everything yet. We'll get there. It's just a matter of time. But anyway, long story long, with knitting machines and yarn, sorry. Atticus, my orange cat, likes to eat yarn if he gets the opportunity. And he's sitting right next to a pile of it, looking at it like it's a delicious steak, and I'm making sure he's not eating it. But anyway, long story long, if you are patient, you can figure out how to make just about any type of yarn work with your knitting machine. Takes patience, which I am honestly usually relatively short on, but if you keep notes, whether it's by taking a picture on your phone or jotting something down in a notebook, every type of yarn will work with most knitting machines as long as it's acrylic. I haven't gotten to try any of my wool blends out yet, but I am planning to. I unfortunately do not have my black cat Nurgle anymore. My lovely ex-husband let him outside when I wasn't home, and he was an indoor cat, so he disappeared over a year ago now. These two cats are actually from a friend of mine who was moving out of country due to her husband's work, and she was trying to find a home for the kitties, and it was shortly after Nurgle had been lost and gone missing. And I told her, I will take your cats. My kids already know your cats. They love your cats. I love your cats. I will take them, both of them. Because they might not be the best friends, but I feel like they've been with each other for so long that they would be lost without each other. Una, what are you doing? But yeah, if you're willing to be patient, save your money. If you're not sure you're going to like it in the first place, and don't spend $300 on an Addy. Spend like $60 to $80 depending on where you get it from, and get a Centro and try it out. I actually just ordered a 22 needle Centro to make smaller things with, because the one I have is the 48 peg one, and that will make an adult hat quite easily. But I want to be able to make smaller stuff too. I used to have like nothing but variegated yarn. This is just astounding to me that that is all that's left. That's insane. You're ridiculous. But the boys are with their dad until the end of the weekend. Hi, Paulette. So I'll be picking them up tomorrow in the afternoon. This one, however, I have yet to figure out the right settings for this type of yarn, which is the impeccable tweed yarn, which I love. It's black and has all these little rainbow colored flecks through it. The thickness, I would say, is a regular worsted weight, but it feels, the outside of it is very textured, so it grabs onto the plastic on the machine in weird ways, so you'll drop stitches like crazy, which is such a pain to go back and fix. The more smooth and shiny a yarn is, the better it works. I know a lot of people have said that Caron Simply Soft is amazing. I hate Caron Simply Soft for crochet, and I don't have any, but it might be good for a knitting machine if you have a big stash of it and want to get rid of it. Alright. That is all of the variegated yarn. I still can't get over that. That's all there is. You are cramping my style, you cat. Alright. Weird partials. Those I can actually make use of. Alright. I think I'll put the rest of the big Hirschner's solid colors here and then see what I've got for space. Because I have these giant skeins of worsted 12, which are 12-ounce balls of yarn. I got those in solid colors. Thank you. Thank you. Also got it in kind of this sand khaki color. Got it in like this light sage green. And there's a purple too, maybe. Like an eggplant purple, if I remember correctly. Buried in there somewhere. I am actually all done with my classes now, Cindy. We have a hands-on test to finish, some written tests, and I need to get a few more clinic hours in. And then I will be all done. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. This isn't quite the right shade. It's showing up more like a grape. This is more of an eggplant reddish purple. But yes, I am super excited to be done, get graduated, so I can start making the monies. Pound of Love that I've still never used. Got some more solid worsted 8s. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I miss that kitchen. My kitchen now is not quite the same. I like the house that we're in. I like that it has a yard, but it's I don't know. It's different. Everything is different. You definitely should, Holly, especially before the baby gets there. Especially before. Once you hit that nesting phase where you're like, I need to organize all the things right now, you should go through your yarn. What? 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 There really isn't a lot of room here for you right now, Mister. Atticus keeps posting up just on the other side of the door frame, so if Una comes walking in, he can ambush her because he's a jerk. There we go. That works. Alright. Now... Because like I was saying earlier, no more babies for me. We do them, kitty. I have all this random pink yarn that I was planning on saving for amigurumi, and I'm like, but I don't make pink things. Why do I have this pink yarn? All of this random pink yarn. I don't get it. Glad you got home in one piece. Welcome home. And yes, I'm excited for you, Holly. And it's not just a matter of me saying I'm not having any more babies. I had surgery to ensure I will not have children again. I love my two boys. I don't think I could be as effective of a mother if I were to have more. And they're old enough that I'm definitely over the baby thing. I don't want to be back there again. Ooh, I can't imagine having like 5. I think that my max limit would probably be 3. Five. Ooh. Yeah, I think with the pink what I'm going to do is I'm going to do like two-toned beanies with my knitting machine. And yes, the snip snip. I mean, we know what causes pregnancy. We also know what will prevent it from occurring. That is a cotton. That is more of that reflective yarn. So this is my browns and greens and blues. Oh, there's black. Hi, Jess. Oh, good Lord, 9 kids. No, no, thank you. No. That woman is either a saint or insane. I'm not sure which. Possibly both. No, thank you. Lots of random spring green. What are you doing, kitty? Ooh, yeah, that sounds like a trip there. I don't... No. Nope. I love my boys. I wouldn't want more. Oh, man! I understand how that happens, but how does that happen? It's just horrible. Will you be nice to your sister, Atticus? Come here, Luna. Come here. No, you don't want to be rescued. Okay, then go on. There's no space up there, girl. I told you, you're taking up my organization space. Oh, goodness. All this stuff out here is sorted by color. Because all this stuff that's left is either red heart with love, or mainstays, which I got a few skeins of. I think there's a couple random big twists too, but it's all just basic worsted weight acrylic. Yeah, you wacko, chill out. I got these and black and white just before Christmas because Hunter wanted a hat. Well, Hunter wanted something that was purple, but also black and white. And he didn't say what he wanted, he just wanted me to make him something that had purple and also black and white. Right? 16 to 20 kids, I can't. Ugh. No, just no. Yeah. I can't imagine having 2/3 of my life devoted to pregnancy or recovery from pregnancy. No, thank you. A bit much for me. See, I've got like all these little partials that'll be really good for making something. I actually just recently watched a few videos on how to do Fair Isle. Having teenager cats, for the record, is obnoxious. They are destructive, like toddlers. And by teenagers, I mean they're like 3. So they have grown-up kitty bodies, but baby kitty brains still. Yeah, you. Did you hurt yourself? Ding dong. I am not working on any amigurumi right now. I made a crewmate from Among Us for my younger son Killian for his birthday in November. But that's pretty much the last amigurumi I made. Green and blue. Red. Oh, more purple. Brown. Grays. And this is pretty much all of the Red Heart with Love that I have left, aside from the sparkle. I got this blue, a green, and a purple. I am mostly finished with my school right now. I am waiting to do one of my hands-on practical exams because the instructor had some family issues, had a family member pass away. So that's kind of on hold right now until he's done grieving, which is understandable. I have a few written tests to finish and somewhere between 10 and 15 clinic hours left to finish, and then I will be done so I can take the big state board exam and get licensed and be legit and start making money. So hopefully I'll have everything done for that by my birthday, which is mid-February, and then from there, just moving along, see how things go with the rest of this year with the way things are right now, who knows. Blue and a random gold. I don't know about you, but that looks like Gryffindor colors to me. This looks a lot darker on camera than it actually is, but this is kind of a dark Merlot burgundy-ish color. And with the gold, yeah, maybe a scarf. I don't know. Figure something out. Thanks for dropping by, Cindy. Have a good night. Oh, I guess they are different. They almost looked the same. I think that might be Karen 1 pound. Feels a little thicker. Thanks for dropping in, Bear. Have fun. Yeah, for anybody randomly popping into the stream, I'm just organizing my yarn shelf so that I can look at how pretty it is before I use up more of it. Oh, no. I didn't clear out space there for you to crawl in and play. Shoo, shoo, shoo. Thank you. I do not get Knit Crate. I've watched a lot of people that have gotten it, and some people love it, some people hate it. The reality is, as much as I like some of the nice yarns that I do have, I mostly make toys and stuff for kids, so fancy wool and wool blends doesn't really... The cost to use ratio doesn't mesh for me. Stay. Yeah, I ended up giving away, I think, at least one trash bag, if not two trash bags full of yarn just after I moved here. Because I didn't have anywhere to put it, and I knew I wasn't going to get to use it fast enough to justify keeping it and having a mess. Yeah, that's exactly the reason that I didn't get into Knit Crate, because it's super nice yarn, but it's just, I'm never going to use it, and if it's really pretty and sits on my shelf, then it's not worth it to me if I'm not going to use it. Yeah, I still have some of my own yarn that I dyed myself. That's the fancy stuff, and I still haven't figured out what I'm going to do with it. I know I want to do something for me, but I have no clue what. I am totally with you. Hi, Jamie. Yeah, I haven't done a live in forever. The technical issues I was having at the beginning of this one are pretty much the reason I haven't. I don't know if it's a YouTube live issue across the board or if it just hates me or what the problem is, but yeah. Hasn't been good the last couple of times I've gone to do anything with it. Hi, Jackie. Well, I emptied a bag and a bin. So now I can put what is left in one of the other bins that I also partly emptied. Yay! Success! Didn't get it all put up right now, but for it only being January, that's a pretty good start. As soon as I can get those out too. I need to use that eventually too. Oh, here's some dance choice. I think this was Nitpick's Brava Bulky as well. Because I've got some of this darker gray of it and a few things of light gray. And I know I had red at one point too. So I don't know. Let's see what we can do with that. I have a ton of reflective yarn. It is insane. In pretty much every color. Yes, the boys are with their dad tonight. Weird to not have all those noises in the house, huh? That's part of the reason I wanted to get on and stream, because I'm like, it's too quiet in the house. I hate it. Yeah, these ones are actually, I got them from Hirschner's. It's Lighthouse brand Flashy. I don't know if you can see that at all or not. But yeah, it's a bulky weight, and I would say that it is a heavy worsted, closer to an Aran weight. But it's really good for even just adding a stripe to something if it's for somebody you know that goes running, or for kids who, like my youngest, have zero comprehension of road safety and just dart towards the road and give you a heart attack. Yes, they are acrylic. Ooh, buddy. If you fits, you sits, huh? Goofy cat. Yeah, it says they're an 85 acrylic, 15% polyester blend. And these ones are only 1.75 ounces. The Red Heart Reflective, which I got on clearance from Walmart forever ago, these are 3.5 ounces and 88 yards. And also acrylic. Don't do it. I know you see the dangly piece of yarn. It is not for you to eat, sir. Those. Okay. Put the rest of those red ones in here. Hi. Can I pet you? Or are you going to bite me? You look like you got a crazy going on. Oh, are you mellow now? It is almost kitty dinner time, isn't it? Yeah. Let me finish getting this stuff put away and I'll go feed you, okay? Yes, you are cute. What else do I have there? That weird DK weight cotton. Oh, little Herschels. Right. Bye, Dawn. Have a good night. And I found all my extra scarfy yarn. I've got 3 skeins of this red, which I think is just called cranberry black, and 1 cream black. And in the groups I'm in, the knitting machine group I'm in, I think it's called Knitting Machine Queens, if anybody else is a knitting machine junkie like I currently am. Lots of people are using Scarfy on the machines, and it turns out really, really cool. Stay. This is Una. She is the more skittish of the two. Scarfy, I crocheted with it, and I didn't really like crocheting with it because it claims to be a bulky weight yarn. Again, no, it's not. I do like that it is, that it is a wool acrylic blend, but it's kind of like a roving yarn. It's like that thick, thin thing. The tension isn't consistent. with the plying of the yarn all the way through, so I found it really a pain in the butt to crochet with. So I'm going to try it on my knitting machine and we'll see. And yes, the Centro, after many harsh words with my Centro. Gimme, no. But after many harsh words with my Centro, and taking it apart and learning what the inside of it was like, and figuring out what was catching where, and learning, oh, my particular machine almost always tries to drop a stitch at the point on the counted stitches where it says 26 and also 33. So once I've got a few rows of waste yarn on there for weight, I'll always add an extra weight, just like a chip bag clip, or something that's a little bit heavy, just enough to pull it down and hold it down so it doesn't completely pop the stitch free, and then you notice that you have this huge gap that goes down like 10 rows, and you have to rip the whole thing off and call it names, and yeah, no. I took it apart, I oiled it, I cleaned it. It does, like a sewing machine, it collects fuzz on the inside from the yarn, just working through it. So that's always fun. But yeah, I really like it, honestly. I'm glad I went with that, because from everything I've been seeing in that particular group on Facebook, people have just as much trouble with an Addy when they start out as people do with a Centro. But an Addy costs almost 3 times as much as a Centro. And I don't know about you. I love crafting, but I also like adhering to my budget. And if I can get something that will do the same job for a third of the price, my cheap self is going to go with that machine that's a third of the price and figure out how to make it work. Can I have this? Thank you. So aside from now my one bag that is full of bags of ice yarns that I haven't touched since I bought them, I got everything down to just this one bin. That is all that's left. Aside from the 2 bags that are way up top, those are all wool and wool blends and things like that. So, yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, if I were to make a fairly decent amount of money from selling the things I made with my Centro, I would like to try an Addy. Just so I can see if there actually is a difference. Because from my understanding, they're both largely plastic machines, so there really isn't a big difference in that regard, so I don't understand why people get in such a twist over the name on it. That is much better organized. That makes me happy. Is it perfect? No, but this organization works for me. And I remember a time, not too terribly long ago, when this entire shelf was nothing but variegated yarn, and it floors me that my tastes have changed so much that I've used up all of my variegated yarn except for this little teeny bit right here. That is crazy. Hi, Billy! That was an adventure. I I wasn't expecting it to be as involved as it was, but that was an adventure. Those cardboard scratchers that the cats have, they love them. It is their favorite thing, but the sound of it, I always want to yell at them because I think that they're scratching something they shouldn't be because it sounds horrible. So, on that note, I've been on here for about an hour-ish. I just got my yarn shelf mostly organized. Yeah, I wasn't raised to be bougie, I was raised to be practical, so super fancy yarn that, yes, it will keep me warm, but if I look at it wrong, it's going to split and fall apart and get destroyed. Or acrylic yarn that I can run through the mud in, throw in the washing machine, put in the dryer, and it will fit me still afterwards. And cost like 1/10 of the price of the big fancy yarn. I know which one I'm going to take. That would be the cheapy acrylic, by the way, in case you were wondering. Definitely. And someday, I will show you guys what I've done with my other shelves in here and the desk, the Franken desk that I created to film on. Kind of funny seeing you sitting in that orange bin looking out through it like I can't see you. Even though it's see-through. Kitty cat. But yeah, I don't really have anything else interesting going on right now, so I wanted to say thank you to everybody who dropped by to say hi. Hope you're all having an awesome weekend. Hope you guys all have an awesome Sunday. I know I still have so much more stuff to do, and I get the kids back tomorrow afternoon, and I have no motivation or energy, but being on streaming with you guys helped me get this done, so I wasn't just sitting here by myself doing it. You know? So thank you. Thank you for helping motivate me to get stuff done. On that note, I will catch you guys all in the next one. I actually have 2 videos that are filmed. I just need to go through and edit them. I haven't had the energy to sit at the computer and do it yet. So going live is super easy, right? Comparatively, yes. Because then YouTube does everything for you. It just uploads it for you and all the good stuff. So yeah. Hope you all have an awesome night, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.